y'all. Welcome back to another Cup of Conversation,
where we have conversations worth having.
I'm your girl, Coco.
And I'm your girl, T.
And today we got a solo dolo episode.
Yes, it's been a minute.
Yes,
because we've been keeping the people on the couch.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Been wanting to come on the couch.
Thank you, thank you. So that must mean we're doing something right here. That must mean we making the proper steps in our podcast world.
Most definitely, I do believe that. I feel that way myself.
Yeah. So how you feeling? I was about to say, go ahead and get into how you feeling, how you dealing this week.
I'm feeling very grateful. You know, I'm happy that people are starting to see our hard work and our consistency, and they're seeing it for what it really is, like us really doing the work. Like really it ain't, I'm not gonna say it's hard, but it ain't easy to just be committed to something and
consistently show up.
Yeah. Like, we know a lot of people that's in podcasts that do seasons, and they
I like to call them part-time podcasters.
And we really got 2 full-time jobs, like our own careers and then this. So I'm feeling really good. I like when people are acknowledge.
Yeah.
And I won't get into too much because I can speak to that a little bit for this episode too, with this topic, for our main topic, but I'm gonna wait.
Yeah. I'm picking up what you're putting down now. Okay. I love when people give credit where credit is due.
Yeah.
But I'm feeling I was feeling a little overwhelmed about all the new things we're running into. But like you said, I'm also feeling grateful. I just have to learn how to balance my blessings. I have to learn how to schedule things and put things in a time and really show up promptly and do what I need to do.
Right.
And keep shit organized, because I keep on praying for more, and more is being given. So you can't be mad that you got a lot going on now when you ask for it. Yeah. So I'm feeling good, dealing well, baby. Everything's well. You want to get into our spill of the week?
Let's do it. Okay.
So our spill of the week is coming from the Ayesha Curry interview that's going viral right now, where she said, she really didn't want to get married at that young age. And she feels like she didn't get to explore in her 20s and do all the things the girls do in their 20s. So my first question was, what is too young for marriage to you? And it don't have to be an age. It can be like a life experience. Like, you have to know this by marriage. Or you have to have done this.
So, because marriage is such a ministry in itself, it's really nothing that you can really know that can prepare you for marriage, I would say. And the reason so it's nothing that can really prepare you for marriage, but it can, what you can do is prepare yourself to become very selfless. I know we say that a lot, like, oh, I'm a selfless person, I give, and but most of the time, it's a different kind of selfless. It's a different type of selfless, and most of the time we give in a way that we give it on our terms.
Yeah.
When we say that, and it's not truly a selfless.
Right.
You're not truly.
It's beneficial to us, or like you said, we do it when it works out for us.
Yeah. So I would have to say that part, but I don't think it's necessarily an age, because my thing is, I don't feel like people get married too young. What I do feel like is people get married and that becomes their identity.
Yeah.
Marriage becomes their whole, who they are.
Yeah.
We see it a lot with, even like, I seen a lady online talking about how when women get married, they start to treat single women like they beneath them.
Yeah.
And I think those are the women that have a hard time in marriage, because they have created this identity in it.
Right.
Like, they don't.
Everything that everybody knows them about is pertaining to that marriage.
Exactly. And so I think even when you get married young, I got married young. I got married at 25, I think. Or no. I had Kari at 25, and I got married at like 26, 27. So I would consider that was my 20s. So that was still pretty young. But what I will say is, I don't think that it was too young to get married, because I feel like I always, and me and my husband both, we always understood that we are still 2 separate people in our identities, as far as what we like, the things that we like to do, the hobbies, and the things like that. What I will say is, if you haven't figured that out, and if you're looking at marriage like it's about to be your saving grace, then you shouldn't get married.
I can
because
agree to that.
that's not what it's supposed to be.
I would say like and my next question, I guess this will kind of answer my next question on what's a checklist of things that could be done before you feel like you are ready for marriage. And I feel like one of those big things is therapy and knowing yourself, learning things about yourself. Because I feel like if you go to therapy, or even it might not be the typical therapy route, but just talking to people that'll ask you questions that make you thought-provoking questions that make you think about what you really want out of life. Like the conversation we had the other day at your house, like thought-provoking questions to get you to really start thinking about what's in your best interest. What do you like to do? What fulfills you? What makes you happy? Because if you don't figure out those things before you get into a marriage, like you said, you're going to feel like marriage is your saving grace, and that'll be a part of your whole identity. You'll be consumed more so about, and a lot of women do fall into, especially if you have a provider as a husband, like your husband is the one taking care of doing all the things, falling into just taking care of his dreams or just nourishing his wants and his, instead of really thinking about yours or whatever. So I think that's what Ayesha meant by that, because she made herself like a wife like early on, and that was like, even though she did the cooking and all the podcasts and the writing books and doing a cooking channel, even though she did all those things, she did it after she coined herself a wife.
And I think that's the problem. For one, like you said, I do think you need to explore yourself. The thing about it is, marriage is not something that just stops you from being able to do that, though.
Right.
So you should still be able to do that within your marriage. And another thing is, marriage is a partnership. I think a lot of people get into marriage and have this idea about the title of that you're becoming more than it is how can we become together.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times when women speak about feeling that type of way, I feel like it's rooted in you have a husband that sees you as a title, as you're the moms and you're the wife, so you're supposed to take the kids a bath every night, you're supposed to cook every night, you're supposed to, so when you got to think about who you're marrying and how they view marriage, and what is it built on top of. Is it built on how the person that intended or instituted marriage, is it built for that, or is it just based on what they seen growing up? You just see
what they deem a marriage is supposed to look like.
Exactly. And sometimes you will get frustrated in your marriage because you're with somebody that doesn't even see marriage how either you see it or doesn't see it how it's supposed to be seen. It's a partnership. You shouldn't be burnt out with being a mother. And then with her statement that she made that she didn't ever want kids and want that.
Yes, that was a lot.
But it really wasn't, because
to me it was. I don't know.
I say it wasn't a lot. The problem is she gave us the solution to the problem. The problem is you went into marriage doing something you didn't want to do. Like you did it.
True enough.
You know what I'm saying? Like you had a decision to make. Is this what I want right now? When you go into marriage, know that if that's what you want, it's okay for it not to be what you want. Like, it's okay. If it's not right now, it might come later. If it never comes, that's to be what you want, then that's what you'll have to do when it comes. But you cannot be mad about not being able to have that moment when you did something against your better judgment. You knew in your heart of heart, this is not what I want.
But that come with kids come with having sex. If we say sex for, I'm not mad at how they did it in, like, because I think it's like a whole wave. Like it's beyond religion. It's more so what we normalize as a society as like Americans, because if you watch the old British shows and the Bridgertons and the those kind of shows, it was not uncommon for everybody to be virgins around there until they were married. You know what I mean? So it's ways to explore yourself, and it's ways to, it ain't like they didn't know about sex. It ain't like they, we're just green, but it's ways to figure out what you like about yourself outside of sex, outside of things like that, before you get into marriage. And if you skip all that them steps and you get to fucking and doing all this real early, then you might end up somewhere you don't want to be. You know what I'm saying? You might end up with some kids and you ain't planning on having kids by this age. So I feel like I'm not mad at how they used to do it in the old times, how your daddy used to have to give you away. Now, if you had one of them broke daddies that was just trying to sell you away, that was another thing. But I'm talking about when he had your best interest at heart,
Right.
and really just want a man to look at you with some respect and value you. I'm all for that kind of. I'm on that type of time.
And you have to, because, and I think too, I seen the video that you originally sent me was like, yeah, have a host stage and explore this and that. I don't even think it's about having a host stage. I think
not.
It's
It's about being free.
It's about being free and being able to have space and have time to explore. What do you like? What do you like about a man? Have you dated enough to know, like, okay, this is what a man is, and this is how they come most of the time, or or this is what some men believe in, this is what that, like, just enough time to explore, because what marriage does is it exposes quickly.
Yeah,
it exposes you very quickly. It exposes you and your spouse very quickly, and if you're not spiritually mature enough to handle the exposure, it'll tear you up.
I agree. And my last question was, do you think a lot of women lose themselves in marriage because they don't know who they are, or because they are trying to cater to their spouse more?
I think women, for one, don't know who they are, because even if I think it's both. Let me say that. But from a young girl, you're taught to take care of men or do stuff because a man not gonna want you if you don't.
If you don't do it,
I think that narrative. I think we need to stop pushing that narrative on our daughters, because, for instance, I know from when I grew up, and Mama said it the other night, get you. Like, my mom used to always say, anytime I said anything about, oh, I feel so much with this boy, get you together. Like, build you, create stock in yourself. Like, make yourself valuable as possible, with or without a man, because then you can also be valuable to him. Like, I think we are hyper focused on being servants and being catering to men that we don't even know that we're gonna have, if we're gonna have them or not, and we focus more on that than actually figuring ourselves out and seeing what we like. And so then another thing is, yes, I think women worry about being the image of what a wife is supposed to be so much that overrides, like, okay, if I'm a wife, I have to cook for my man, I have to run his bath water, I have to do the, and it's really all stuff that society say.
Right.
Like, yeah, you gotta cook for your family, but what's wrong with your husband cooking too?
Exactly.
Yeah, you gotta.
Everybody gotta eat.
Everybody gotta eat. Well, he can wash your clothes too. Like, people always say, like, oh, you don't wash Carrie clothes. No, shit. Half the time, Carrie wash everybody's clothes in the house. Like, and
I feel like people find it hard to, or especially women find it hard to find that balance, because either they are super, let me cater, or they're super independent and like, I'm not doing that for a man. Like, it's
alpha woman.
Yeah, it's hard to, because I was raised by a alpha woman, somebody who was, I don't need to do that for a man because I can do it for myself. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to do so, and that's a bad way to be too. Like, you have to find a good blend,
because you want somebody to do something for you, so you gotta do something for somebody. Yeah,
because you're gonna get to them times where you like, damn, I do wish I had somebody to X, Y, and Z, or I wish somebody. So you're gonna get to those points in life. You might as well start prepping for both areas. Yes, you should be independent, but know how to be a little submissive. And I think that's something that you need to be working on in your early 20s. Not having sex, not worrying about men really. Just date. Date. Y'all just gonna say date.
Like, get to know people. Get to know what people, the patterns, people's traits, and stuff like that. Get to know people. Like, it's not all about just because you like somebody. And I think women, we just naturally, we fall in love so quick. Yes. We want to be my man so fast that we just...
He the one.
Yes, he the one out the gate. One. And you ain't even experienced nothing else. Like, you don't know nothing else beyond.
Because, of course, you know his good sides. You know what I'm saying? You haven't even got the experience what it would look like on the bed. So, yeah. I think we just need to find a healthy balance, because you don't want to get caught in that.
Yeah, and having your own identity, even when you get married. Don't be so codependent on a man.
Yeah.
Be interdependent. Need each other, but don't need each other. Like, don't be like, oh, I act this way because he don't do this. No, find ways to regulate your own emotions. Do healthy things. Like, so I think that's what it is. We become codependent on men sometimes too much as women.
Right. You got the main topic. What you want to?
Yeah. So let's move on into the main topic. The main topic is the main topic. So the main topic is basically finding ways to navigate a friendship breakup. And how is that? How do you cope with that?
That's good. That's good.
It's a really bad stigma around friendship breakups when they're just breakups because that friend just no longer serves you in this part of your life. Not so much like it's a big fight. Sometimes it is like you break up with friends or you let go of friends because of really bad situations. But a lot of times I think as adults we kind of just gradually outgrow people, especially when we made those same friends in kindergarten. Or
so from life experience, I have a few questions today because it's crazy. I was just talking to one of my oldest friends about this, and I was saying about how we have some friendships from like back in the days, from home, old school friendships that we've been friends with people all these years. Do you think even if we are just not for each other and we kind of gradually, like you said, gradually kind of just grown apart, is there a conversation that needs to be had, or do we just need to gradually, hey girl, we're not really,
I think
slowly but surely stop talking?
I think it depends on the relationship. I think because I think what ways are we just gradually.
Okay, let me give you an example then, because
Okay.
I'm telling you, this is life experience.
Right.
And by the time this episode drop, I'm going to be had multiple conversations because I've already planned these. This is crazy that you brought this up.
Right.
But so I have a friend, I had a friend that I was best friends with all throughout school, like really since elementary, like all throughout middle school, high school, and even in college. We were best friends. We stayed together in college. But at one point when we both left college and went back home, we chilled together. We did the same things we used to do for about 2-3 years straight. And then for whatever reason, it just kind of gradually, no explanation, no blow up fight, no nothing. What would you, why would that do? Is that something that you feel like would be warranted an explanation, or?
I think it's always best to communicate.
Okay.
I think it's best. It's the best option that you can have. Is it the only option? No, because sometimes some things what do I say?
Do you need closure for things like that, or?
Do I need closure? No. It depends on the relationship. I think it depends on how deep the relationship was. What was the issue from me drawing from her? Was it just that you in a different space in your life as far as like location and we can't see each other that much, and so. And we don't really have much to talk about, or I don't know. It depends on the situation for me, because I think that communication is always best, but I can also see how telling somebody that you no longer fit in my life can also create a problem that was never there.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right. I agree, but I feel like you said, I love a good conversation. Regardless if it's a closure conversation, if it may feel a little awkward at the time, I think it will still give that person some kind of value in knowing. You know what I mean? And I think when you present as a person that doesn't get hurt easily or something like that, people don't feel like you deserve those. You know what I mean? Those kind of closures or those kind of conversations. So that would be just my only question to it. Like, I always want to have a conversation. So I feel like if I left a friendship right now, or I didn't talk to somebody right now that I've been talking to for a long time, even if we still friends, but we just not as close. I'm talking about we ain't even friends no more. Like, ain't no kikiing on the page. Ain't no, oh, hey, you know what I'm saying, girl? Nothing like that. It's total disconnect. So that kind of stuff, I would be like, yeah, I would have something to say. But if it's just something where we don't stay in the same city, we can't hang out no more, and we still say, hey, congratulations, a happy birthday, whatever, every now and then, that would be different. But to totally disconnect, I feel like there's something there that had to be said or that needed.
I'm gonna be honest. I really never had a lot any friend breakups. Really, I could not think of not one. However, I do feel like I have friends that it's something weird about it, and I can't quite put my finger on it. And because I don't never want to seem as a victim.
I be saying the same thing. I don't want to seem like, damn, is it me? Or I mean, like trying to make it seem like everything your fault, but you're not telling me what's my fault. You know what I mean?
So look, think about, let's think of the signs of that a friendship is about to end. What are some signs that you feel like?
Automatically, number one, when I see people not sharing their I'm not gonna say they downfalls, but they bad times. They'll call you when they feeling good and stuff like that, but they might not express what's hurting them or what is. I feel like that's my first sign, because at first you would call me crying when that man was, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Now you slowly don't need me for that, and that could be something that you trying to do mentally.
Yeah, and you growing
out of mm-hmm. relying on other people. Great, but that's kind of my first inkling mm-hmm. that this might be coming to.
Mine is gonna have to be when I feel like you're my friend and you watch everything that I do, but you do not engage with the things that I do. That's weird to me.
Okay, I can agree to that.
I feel like if you don't like, if my friend accomplishes something good, I'm gonna congratulations. I'm gonna big you up, like you know, like that or whatever, because that's what friends do. And I feel like the moment I start seeing like, oh, you see everything. But I got another one too, but go ahead.
Yeah, I wouldn't use that one. I was just going to say, I wouldn't use that one just because I feel like people feel like that's good enough. To me, that's not good enough.
What?
Just like big enough, like what I do on social media or something like that. Like going from somebody who called me, okay, text me and say congratulations.
Yeah, that's
I don't want you to be a social media friend.
No,
don't
that's what I'm saying. That you, what we doing is we're acknowledging that you see it.
Okay.
Or like you said, that not saying nothing, like not saying things through like monumental moments and stuff like that, like going through them and then they happening and I'm like, oh, I didn't even know you were
right. Happy anniversary! Congratulations on that or whatever.
I didn't even know you was doing it. Yeah. And not that you should tell everybody everything, but at what point did our friendship become I'm that person that you don't tell that to?
That's what I'm thinking. When you stop, that's why I say when you stop telling me things. Mm-hmm. Now it didn't even just like I said had to be the hurt things, but you stop telling me the good things too. Like you stop. That's one step, and then girl, I'm going through this. I'm literally going through this right now. Mm-hmm. Like I have friends that I feel like are turning into just social media friends. Oh, congratulations when you do something good on the timeline. You have my number.
Yeah.
You know, I don't say you don't need to send me a paragraph but a nice little, hey, I've been seeing what you've been doing. I just want to tell you, I'm so proud of you. Yada, yada, yada. People that I don't know I think that I kind of look at it like this. A dentist, they can say, congratulations. I'm proud of, well, not even really I'm proud. Congratulations on how hard y'all been working. I see. But somebody that's been knowing me for years should be able to say I'm proud. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what I came from.
Right.
Dentists, well, yeah, I can say that about them because they didn't seen us at the beginning of the podcast.
Yeah.
So if he's saying I'm proud about this, he can't say I'm proud of the woman you've grown into.
Right.
You don't know where I came from.
Right.
But my friends, they can say that. And you don't. You just do a little congratulations on the timeline or something. Or you share my shit and be like, oh, my friend's doing so good.
But it's not.
So personable. Did everybody on Facebook share that and like you know what I mean? It's not.
And you know, to me, that's why I don't do social media. I don't know if anybody noticed that, but I don't do like social media birthdays on my page. I don't care my mama, Carrie, nobody, like no more. Like because it became just that. Like I don't want to be that type of friend. I don't want to be that type of mother. Anybody that
I do both. If I really care, I'll do both. Mm-hmm. I'll write you a paragraph to your phone and still post your picture.
Yeah.
I might not put the paragraph on the picture, but you know, I'm gonna still acknowledge you publicly too. But I see what you mean by that though, because that's what some people turn it into.
That became a standard though.
Yes, that's normal. That's good enough for them. No, I don't like that. And I just these days I want to ask people like that's what I said. I'm gonna go ahead and ask these questions before this episode. I'm gonna ask my friends like what value are we getting out of this friendship? Because I'm getting to a point where I feel certain type of ways when if you tell this person about this and you don't tell me, or you invite, like, for example, one of my friends texted me yesterday, was like, oh, you going to so-and-so baby birthday party? I said, no, I wasn't invited. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That I said, and then I specifically told this person, I said, yeah, you hoes always, you like to, y'all like to selectively invite. So I didn't get an invitation to this one. She was like, oh, well, I reached out to her and asked them. Nah. Don't try to clean it up now. Y'all got a separate group message and you accidentally told me. Like, you know what I mean? So what are we hanging on to this type of shit for anyway? Like, are we hanging, we're not in high school no more. It's not an aesthetic thing where, oh, I'm hanging with a bunch of bad bitches. Like, no, it's not that no more. So I need to know, why are we friends?
Yeah.
That's what we doing here.
How do you feel about the statement? Like, you know how people, I had seen it on TikTok, but one of my friends actually posted it, and I was kind of like, I don't know, because I know I had changed the friend that I was probably like 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. And the post basically was, it was a guy it said people, on the screen it said, the people always talk about why I don't call and check on them, so I'm about to start doing this. And she was like, hey, hello, how you doing? Good. Hang up the phone. And then call the next person. How you doing? Oh, good. Hang up the phone. But I feel like that's a problem, because there's no real genuine connections anymore.
No.
So people think that social media service, oh, I knew you had did that because I seen it on your story. Yeah. Nobody call and say, okay, so how did it make you feel?
Yeah.
Like, you know, like real connection, like none of that. Like, I'm like, and then it's very weird to me.
That social media
when you don't know where to go, when it ain't no real issue, but it is.
Yeah.
Like, what?
That's bothering me, because I hate to see people that I know in real life that we but once called each other best friend turn into a social media friend. Like, you're doing the same thing as this girl that's on my timeline and I never even met her.
Yeah. And damn, they're doing the at least.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I talked to her. She might, you know, text me some in-depth shit in my DMs. Oh, I really like how you did, yada, yada. You know, you ain't got to always be bigging me up, but ask how I'm feeling, how I'm doing. Are you not concerned about me at all? That'd be my thing. Like, do you not care?
Do you think it's a level of people think that, oh, I can see from social media nothing happened. Yeah, she doing good, or
as if I'm gonna post myself crying.
Yeah, you don't need nobody to check on you. But yeah, I think that like when we had that friendship episode and my friends were able to tell me like, okay, this is what I would like out of a friendship and stuff like that. Like, and prior to that, I had been trying to already do those things. Like, I don't need necessarily people to call me and be like, oh, you know, but it's not bad. It's good. It really strengthens your relationship. Yeah. And I noticed that with me doing that for my friends. Like, when I ain't talked to my friends in probably like 2 to 3 weeks, I'm like, okay, let me call them and check on them. Just, hey, how you doing? What you doing? What you been up to? Like, it's good to have those kind of relationships. Me and my friend Bree, like, we intentionally plan dates for us to go on, like, so we can talk and catch up.
And you know what's crazy is I was that person. I feel like I'm the initiator, so I feel like it ain't on y'all mind if y'all ain't initiating. I was the one who initiated, let's do monthly friend dates, or I made that to the whole group message. And then like certain individual friends, I'll be the one to call. I'll be the one to, you know, I'm never the one to receive. And that kind of bothers me. I don't know if people think like, oh, this the strong friend. You know what I mean? She don't need, or she got everything put together. That kind of bothers me. And I'm just like, only if you know
what it is? People don't realize that having a village, having friends, it's an inconvenience in that. It inconveniences you. Like, if we just really being honest about it, like it is an inconvenience for me to take time out of my day to call you and check on you. You know what I'm saying?
But you want people to do that for you though,
right? So that's what but we have to first acknowledge that it is, and nobody's negating that it's not an inconvenience. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree. Sometimes I don't want to hear that shit.
Exactly. Or just not even that you don't want to hear it. You just don't have the time to, because you're thinking about all the other stuff you could be doing. Or where you could be. Like, instead of me being here on Saturday, I probably need to be at the podcast shooting an episode, so I don't have to come. Like, we're adults now, so we have things going on, so it is an inconvenience. However, I think that your friend should mean a little bit more to you, to where you're okay being inconvenienced. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Because you know how we step out for our relationships and stuff like that. Like, I hate to sound like this, like you would do it for a man, you know what I'm saying? Right. But it's the same thing. A relationship is a relationship. If you care about them and you want to pour into them, like, the friendships are not as straightforward as they were in school when you seeing the same person every day. So of course we're gonna connect and we're gonna talk here, and I'm gonna tell you about how my mom and them, or how I had a bad night. If I don't have those same opportunities, we're not co-workers, we don't see each other every day, I feel like
We
if
gotta
I
create
care about
that.
you, we have to create that. Yeah. So we can't just. That's not an option to just be
Cause
like,
you would
oh, it
feel
is what it is.
crazy if your man went a month without saying, "Hey, babe, how you feeling? Like you doing good? Like talking to you, checking in on you." You would
Yeah.
feel crazy, but
Yeah.
we don't have that same. And I guess it's because too, maybe people feel like you don't do nothing for my immediate life, so I don't have to talk to you.
And that's another thing. I don't know. I don't know, man. Because proximity could play a part. Like, oh, if I call her and tell her that, you know what I'm saying, I've been going through this with this nigga, what is gonna help? Or what is going so it could be, like I said earlier, it could be a thing where you mentally trying to get out of relying on people like that. But at the same time, it has to be some kind of balance if you value these relationships.
So, what do you think? What does friendship look like now for you? Like, what does it have to come with? Like, we know we got deal breakers for relationships and all of that, but what does a friendship have to come with now?
It has to come with some integrity. It has to come with some honesty. Like, and it has to come with some kind of communication. Like, I can't if there's a reason you don't want to call me, like, oh, I don't call and tell you this because whatever. You know what I'm saying? If that's the reason, say, hey, I be want to call and tell you, but I just can't talk to you about stuff like that. I might call you and tell you this, but I can't tell. Okay. Either I fix how I communicate with you about that, or we just don't talk about that. One of the two. But like, if you don't give me that opportunity and you don't give me you don't have some kind of honesty with me, I don't know what to do. We just gonna be, we're gonna talk to each other when we agree about something that we dislike, or is that the basis of our friendship? Is that, people kind of run away from hard conversations and they don't want to express certain things. So I think it'd be easier to talk about stuff that we agree on. Like, we see this on social. Girl, did you see X, Y, and Z? Now they know they yada yada yada. But what about you?
I'm in my girlfriend's era with friends. Like I want good girlfriends. I think that's a part of, like we talked about the Ayesha thing. I think that's another thing that women, when they get men in long-term relationships, whether married or not, I feel like they use their men for everything.
Yeah.
And men don't do that. They have their friends. They going to watch sports. They going to, they talking on the phone. Like, I want to be in that. Like how we got together the other day. That feel very good.
Yeah, yeah.
Like being able to come, like, girl, I'm getting off work. I'm stopping by your house. It ain't gotta be organized. It ain't gotta be, girl. You ain't gotta be worried about.
It ain't gotta be
baby.
brunch.
It's dishes on the sink. It's laundry on the sofa. Like, but just come on, Like I want to be in that area, and I have been with the people. And friends for me look like people that are beneficial and are teaching me things that are I'm teaching them things. Like, we able to have deep conversations about it. Like I call Jazz my work bestie, but like me and Jazz have really developed our own relationship as friends.
Right.
Like,
outside of
our husbands and outside of work. Like, I feel like I like, we talk about, okay, let's go into groups of women that are doing different things so we can network, and like we both pushing each other to be better. Like, we not just talking about nothing. Like
a friendship of value. Yes. Like, that's why I said I want to start asking my friends, like, what value? Because I think that's what's keeping us from doing the monthly. Like, when we did the monthly, we'll meet up a couple times, but then it'll fall off. But I think if value was brought with it, or they feel like they was getting some out of it besides a little vent session, then we would be more inclined to do it.
And I also like openness. I think that my friendships now have to come with a level of openness, because I feel like you can be it's almost with like a husband. You could be your most vulnerable self with somebody. It's better for the relationship. Yeah. Because I think too, like, when a lot of women come together, they're so worried about being looked at as like going through something. Yeah. And, you don't want to be open because you don't want nobody to look like you don't got it together and stuff like that. I'm over that kind of stuff. Like,
me too.
Like, no, me baby, too. Me and my man, we had an argument this morning, and this what it was about. And like, not putting everybody in your business, but sometimes like a level of openness and being able to be vulnerable with people, it strengthens your relationships.
Yeah, it really does. I agree.
But yeah, so that's what I'm looking forward to more than anything. My friends know, the friends that I've kept around and been around here lately, like, I'm able to be myself with that person
Yeah.
and really just talk and really just have fun, laugh. We went out for my friend Bree birthday, my other friend Bree, and we had a funky good time. And she mixed all her friends, like it was one from her work, this is that. And girl, why we in a group chat with these same women? Because they like some
they
of
just
them,
women of value.
women of value, and
Yeah.
like I love that they thought I was fun. I thought they were fun. They was like, "Oh, you do makeup? Oh, and this and that, and like, oh, you gotta do this."
That's why I say I'm reevaluating my friendships right now, because I hung out with Tay last weekend, and she just, after sending her to the Ayesha Curry show and all this other stuff that we've been doing work wise and kind of just building a friendship, she was like, "These are the type of people that I want to be friends with." And I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, exactly, girl. That's why I hit you up, because I already knew that's the type of time you was on. Exactly. You was on value. You was on movement. You was on the same stuff I was on. And I have to get to the core of that with my friendships.
And I'm not gonna lie, I love my friends that I've known for years, but I can have the most fun with the people that I just met in my adult years.
Girl, me too. I'm talking about me and you. We be yapping it. No, we be yapping it, and I just be like, bro, this is a good friendship. Hanging with Tay, that was a good friendship. Like the people that I'm learning, them learning stuff from, and that I'm getting value from. Those are the friendships that I want to keep around. I like you said, I love them to death, but I don't want to hang on to a relationship just because
longevity.
Yeah.
That's the way I'm at with it. So this is our last segment. This is the last sip. I know we kind of drug it a little bit, but that was needed.
That was definitely needed.
For T, I'll ask you, and then you can ask me your questions. Okay. So if you had if you had to text one ex-friend today, who would it be and why?
Ooh, you want to put the name out? Mm-hmm. That's messy. Mm-hmm. Okay, so it would be the person I was just referring to. Her name is actually too. We were best friends for a long time. I would text her and just ask what was the fallout? Like what I want the
what did we go wrong?
Yeah, I want the closure from it. Mm-hmm. Because for us to have been we were those type of people where they was like Tia, what's Tia? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? When you see one, you see the other. So that was the kind of friendship we had, and for it to just be nothing, ghost, without any explanation, that was kind of weird to me. I don't know. That's just not how I'm always like. I even had a moment in time where I pulled my two best friends aside in like 10th grade, and I closed the door in my room in my house. I'm like, all right, y'all, let's sit here and talk. What do y'all feel like we lack as friends? Like, what can't you talk to me about? What can I do better? Like, that's how I know that these are the kind of conversations and this is the kind of value that I want out of friendship. Right. I knew that early on.
Okay. Which friendship breakup taught you the most about yourself?
That's really my only friendship breakup. Other than people that I've just kind of walked away from. Mm-hmm. But it just taught me that I need more structure and boundaries in my friendships. Like, I'm not going to be friends with somebody because I'm the turn up friend, or I'm the friend with the car, or I'm the good looking friend, or I'm the this, I'm the that. Yeah. We're not going to do that. I don't find any value in stuff like that. So I think those kind of friendships is what taught me to value myself, really. Mm-hmm.
And last one, what's the pettiest reason you distance yourself from someone? The pettiest.
I ain't really petty, but I don't. It's one of my friends in particular. I don't like nobody she ever date, and I can't listen to her talk about that shit.
Again, like, right?
I can't ever. It seems like she dating the same niggas with different names, like Marcus, Brandon, Daniel, all of them the same. Right? Like, yeah, same nigga with
not
different
Brandon
names.
Caught astray.
Okay, so what's one of the toxic traits you had in a friendship that you had to outgrow?
Not being relational in how I showed up, like as far as like between, if it wasn't your birthday, then what I'm calling you for, like thinking like that and having a thought process, like and
strict.
No, I was because I was just hyper focused on being an adult.
Okay.
It's not that I didn't want to, but I felt like once you get to adult, it's like real shit going on from day to day. Sometimes I don't think about calling you and asking you how you doing.
True,
you know what I'm saying? So, but I'm more intentional now. Like, hey, babe, what you got up? Especially with people that's like that with me.
Yeah.
That wanted that from me. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. That's one of my toxic traits. I ain't gonna lie.
What's more unforgivable in a friendship, betrayal or abandonment? It's gonna be abandonment for me. I got abandonment issues.
I think I will say I'm gonna say abandonment because I've experienced it, but betrayal, it seems like that's really serious too. Like dang, like you took a step further. Like not only did you lean back with abandonment, but you took a step far to like do something. You know what I'm saying? But abandonment, I feel like that I didn't realize I cared until recently.
Me too.
One of my friends is married, and I felt like it was abandonment because I felt like our husbands know each other from us, but our husbands are closer than us now. And I just felt a way about. I felt a way about that, like
because it's still showing up. You can still, you can see it. You
can see it. Like, and I'm like, dang, Carrie would be coming to tell me. He'd be like, oh, you want to do da. We going here. They got this going on. I'd be like, oh, how you know?
Ain't nobody tell me.
Ain't nobody told me nothing. I'm like, dang, he more your friend than my friend. So I did feel some type of way about that, but I just kind of been praying about that situation, really, to be honest.
I'm not mad at that. Lastly, would you rather find out your best friend is jealous for years, or that they've been talking behind your back?
I would rather find out that they have been talking about me behind my back.
Okay.
And the reason I say that is because jealousy, talking about me, everybody gonna talk. Like, I would rather know that. Like, if you talking about me, hopefully you ain't lying.
I feel like jealousy is a state of mind. You can get in and out of it quick. She might be jealous in this season, but...
Well, I don't know. I mean, I think that too, but I don't really like people that's jealous around me.
True.
I don't like that.
I've never really had that issue, or I can't say I can discern that quickly. I can't tell when a motherfucker jealous of me.
I can.
I can't. They don't show it too. It don't be blatant jealousy. It don't be
it don't be blatant. It don't
be like... Girl, in front of a bunch of niggas, you had to borrow them pants from me. Like,
I never.
Like, you know what I mean? It'll never be blatant.
Well, you know what? I don't know if it's jealousy or not. I always equate it to that because not always, but like certain things will just show me like, oh, you really like. And then I think jealousy can show up in ways that are not so visible, like. Sometimes people don't be jealous of like the physical things that you have or stuff like that, but they are jealous about how you can carry yourself through adversity. Yeah. And I've noticed people are like that.
Ooh, that's a word. That's a word.
People think
you gotta be careful about them people that are jealous of you.
Yeah, you do, because it'll get very sticky, and then you'll find yourself
wondering about that care. Yeah.
Like, it's just a lot. Yeah, I would rather find out you just been talking about me. And maybe it's true or not true than to find out.
Like you said, you better have been saying something good, brother.
Exactly.
You better been telling the truth.
Yeah.
But I feel like we could have went on and on with this one, baby, because friendships are really complicated to navigate.
Especially in adulthood.
Especially as a woman. I feel like men make it look so easy.
Yeah,
they just be like, man, that's my partner, you know what I'm saying? We talk about what we talk about.
And
we
don't.
And, they make it so simple. But definitely... Thank y'all for tuning in to another Cup of Conversation. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, and share. And we will see y'all back on this couch next week.
Yep.
Deuces.